My amplified unit, top of the morning to you, man. This is an impromptu Q&A video as we head toward TLC, man. I always love TLC for a big reason that has nothing to do with pro wrestling, and I'll get to that story in just a couple of minutes. But I figured I'd do a Q&A because I do love TLC season. This is a stacked card on paper. Hopefully it delivers this Sunday. Just a bunch of random questions that I'm always asked. Hopefully I'll get to in this video. Before I do, though, I do want to say, this is the second time I'm doing this week. Another 60 new subscribers over the last 24 hours, overnight, basically, to the channel. So I'm so fucking thankful. Thank you guys for finding this. I'm thankful that you found the channel because YouTube does not promote these videos, because I am the most controversial pro wrestling creator on this platform. Because I don't follow YouTube's policies and standards all the time, and they don't like to promote my shit. So I'm seeing a pretty big growth subscriber-wise, way more than I have in previous months. I don't know which videos necessarily that is. I know I have a new series called No, I Don't Apologize that people are loving. Maybe that's bringing people over. I know I've been extra amplified lately. Maybe it's just the entertainment factor and people are loving it. I don't know, but maybe it's a mixture of a lot of things. But I want to welcome you guys. I first want to thank my OG amplified unit, the ones that have been here since day one or close to it. I want to thank my subscribers that have been here since. And I want to thank my new subscribers for smashing that subscription button, notification button, all that shit, man. The growth that we are seeing, that almighty 10,000, the first 10,000 for the Amplified, man, it's beginning to be a lot more in sight, man. And maybe it won't be too long now because we're getting a lot of new subscribers, man. That is really badass. I want to thank you guys. And again, I've been extra amplified lately, and that brings out some of the internet tough guys. Shut up, BC, because I'm insulting either their favorite wrestler or them. In a lot of my couple of my last videos anyway, I'm really calling out fans too that regurgitate the bullshit that is out there in the community and calling them part of the problem, not the solution. And I think when I started calling out the fans especially, that gained me a lot more respect, and it also gathered up a lot of that insecure fan, a lot of those insecure fans that really don't know who or what they are, or who or what they stand for, or what they believe in. So they their insecurity gets the best of them, and they end up getting insulted and offended. And that brings out the comment. I've been doing this a couple years, guys. I know exactly what, and then they go to the paragraph, shut up, BC, blah, 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 and blue, 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 and you made me so sad, and I'm tearing up now, and their fucking trail of tears you could see from a mile away. And I love that shit. Don't be a fucking internet tough guy. Just shut your fucking mouth and walk away then. Don't try to be the tough. I promise you, both your legs combined doesn't equal one of my fucking arms. One of my arms is bigger than both your legs. Go ahead. Put them together. Put your legs together, internet tough guy. You got them together? Now think about this. One of my arms is bigger than both your legs. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to read your fucking paragraph about how BC offended you and insulted you, and now I'm making you cry. Good. Because the amplified unit is a strong, smart unit. The strongest and the smartest in the pro wrestling community. That's what I want the amplified unit to be. So when I get those insecure dipshits, it's like a weeding out process. I get to pull out the frauds, the fakes, the pussies, and the weak links in the amplified unit. And I get to kick them out. So that's when I love making videos like that, because I get those weak links. I get the pussies and the fakes. And they come out and they show me their displeasure like I'm actually gonna read their paragraph of bullshit. The fuck out of here. That's gone, you're gone, and another weak link is gone. I want the strongest and the smartest in the amplified unit. And hopefully a lot of you new subscribers, most hopefully, are gonna fit that mold. Because I'm looking for a certain type of subscriber on this channel. Not just any sheep that joins the channel. And when they get offended or insulted, or I pick on their favorite superstar, or I hit them with too much truth, in fact, they cry before they run. No, if that's you, just run. Go. Run, as Bray would say. Please don't be an internet tough guy. It ain't gonna work on this channel. It ain't gonna work with me. Brother, I grew up in projects. I fucking have been to prison. Arrested 12 fucking times. Numerous nights in jail. But prison alone, 15 fucking months. You think your fucking internet tough guy persona's gonna fucking affect me? No, motherfucker. I did the deed in real life. Don't be an internet tough guy. If I'm offending you, just go. Because you're just wasting time typing up a comment nobody's going to read or see. I promise you. I run the channel. It's mine. I do with it what I please. If your shit I don't want to see the light of day, guess what? It won't see the light of day. I run shit. Deal with it. Another thing to cry about. Come on, bro. So anyway, welcome to the new subscribers, man. As you can tell, I'm no fucking pushover. I'm not your average fucking YouTube creator that just talks pro wrestling or gets a little bit controversial or yells sometimes and then talks real softly other times. No, I'm amplified 24/7. It's how I live my fucking life. There's no fake fraud, pussy or phony here. You're only gonna get the real deal with truth and facts. So welcome. Hopefully you can handle that going forward. Now, going forward, TLC. Why is it so special to me, you ask, right? You said it has nothing to do with Pro Wrestling BC. No, it doesn't. It's like the thumbnail shows. TLC, to me, growing up, was a musical act. You could call them hip-hop, you could call them R&B. They were a little bit of everything. They were rock and roll for hip-hop and R&B and all that shit. That was TLC. They were three ladies. T-Boz, Chili, and Left Eye. And these three ladies, man, when you were a younger lad, man, a younger amplified man with all his little amplified friends, back in middle school, junior high, whatever the fuck it was, they were your crushes. Those were your girlfriends in your fucking mind. And at that age, fucking maybe you even had one main squeeze, maybe you had two main squeezes, but you wanted TLC, you wanted Lisa, you wanted fucking T-Boz, you wanted Chili, you wanted those motherfuckers. Because they were not just hot, but they were talented as fuck, bro. When they did, you get these beautiful ladies and they're out there dancing and they're fucking... Bro, TLC was the shit. And their moves and their bodies and oh man, if you were a younger dude, TLC was where it was at, dude. So you got instantly hooked. And the females, man, your girlfriend, that's all they had on no matter what. So we were looking at TLC and going, wow, talent, beauty, even some catchy tunes. But your girlfriend, your ladies back in middle school, junior high, high school, they had TLC on 24/7. It was waterfalls. It was unpretty. All that shit, man. But I remember, here's a funny story. I remember, all right, well, you gotta be 16 years old-ish, right? Something like that. I don't have no fucking idea. I think actually maybe it was a little fucking later on. Who knows? 17. I was going for I got my license taken away from me. I was a stupid motherfucking amplified boy at that point, making stupid decisions. I got my license taken away from me. I forgot how old I was. 16, 17, 18, 19. Who the fuck knows? I got my license taken away from me a few times from being stupid. But my license was taken away from me. So I thought, this is no big deal, right? I mean, I'll get my license back in 6 months, 7, whatever the fuck. I'll complete the little program that they have. I'll pay the fine. And when I'm able to get my license back, I'll get it back. But I got plenty of friends with cars. I'm good wherever I need to get to. If we just want to do a fucking booze cruise, we're good. And a week, I can't make this shit up, a week after I lost my license, and at that time it was at least for 6 months. We knew that for a fact. And after 6 months, I can try to get it back at that point. But I lost my license for at least 6 months, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be okay. No harm, no foul. After 1 week, TLC came out with a song called Scrubs. And the lyrics are something like this. No, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Those were the lyrics. Well, fuck. I was the best friend hanging out the passenger side of my best friend's ride. I was that guy. Hollering for the next 6 months. It could not have been worse timing. I remember when that song first came out. I remember where I was, I remember just stopping what I was doing, and I just thought, well, shit. I'm fucked. This isn't good. This is not good, man, because this song was gonna catch like wildfire. It just came out. For the next, you know how a single comes out, guys, and the world starts to come attached to it. For the next 6 months, that's the song. Well, fuck. That's the song for the next fucking 6 months. And I knew I was fucked. So every time my buddies would be calling me, man, we're going out. Let's go. Get ready. I can't, man. I gotta, babysit my little nephew. That's what it is. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get dressed. We'll be over there in 10 minutes. No, motherfucker, I can't. I came up with something, man. Fucking measles pox and shit. Something. We're coming over in 10 minutes, motherfucker. So they were fucking resilient as fuck. Obviously, they're coming over. They scoop a fucking amplified, man. I'm like fucking, I'm trying to, as low as I can go, man. As low as I can go, I'm trying to put my head that nobody can see me around town. And like, nah, what the fuck you talking? I ain't BC. It sucked, bro. 6 months we had to do. I wasn't hollering at no motherfucking lady for those 6 months. None. I was making excuse. My car's in the shop. Yeah, but fucking, oh yeah, fucking blew a tranny, but fucking transmission, not a Hold on, transmission for those of you going somewhere else with that. Blew a transmission. That's funny. But that's my TLC story, man. No Scrubs came out, but man. I love those ladies, man. Those were my first real crushes, man. I would say before Topanga on Boy Meets World. Those were my first crushes. All of them. Chili, my favorite. Chili is one of the fucking most gorgeous fucking ladies you're gonna find in this world ever. Still today at her age. Chili is amazing. But they were struck with fucking tragedy, man. I'll tell you that, man. Lisa, Left Eye Lopez, man. I'm not even gonna say, dude. That's tragedy, man. Right here on YouTube, there's a video of her pulling off the road with her friends. She lost control of her vehicle, and they actually show her passing away, man. Like, I guess she hit a tree or something. They flipped over. She didn't make it. And that's eerie as fuck. You get goosebumps when you watch that video. I don't recommend watching that, actually. I'm just telling you guys, like, for some that was filmed, and that's all over. I think that was even on a documentary, so that's not something I shouldn't be telling you guys. That's on a documentary. That's some eerie shit. And she was going through a lot of personal issues, too, unfortunately, beforehand. Man, all right, I don't want to make an hour-long video about TLC, the musical group, but I just want you guys to know that every time TLC comes around for that full month, I cannot say the words, I cannot think of TLC without thinking of TLC, the originators. So that's just a little bit about what goes through my head. Let's get to some Q&A questions now, guys. We shot the shit, and I can do that. It's my fucking video. It's an impromptu about nothing. Anyway, just answering some few questions. So we could go off the rails for the next fucking hour if we want. Who the fuck is managing this thing? Oh yeah, it's me. We're good. Let's answer some fucking questions of your guys that I get all the fucking time. So this is a question I've been getting a lot more recently, obviously, because TLC is around. BC, who do you think should be main eventing TLC? It's a hot topic right now. People are being divided. Oh, I think it should be the ladies. I think the men should fucking try to get some momentum and steam back, and the men have to be built right now. All the focus on 2018 has been the ladies. The focus has to go back on the fucking men because the men are sinking right now. It's sink or swim. They're sinking. And because of that, that's why a lot of people aren't showing up to the arenas. That's why ratings are down, not just on television, but metrics online, YouTube numbers, Hulu numbers, things like that. When you're smashing subscription buy rates on the network, And they can monitor that through metrics, and everything is down across the board. Merchandise, guys. Merchandise down considerably. They have to do all these sales more than ever. Buy one, get one for $1. Buy one, get one free. Free shipping for 30 days. All this shit they're trying to do to make that buck. And the only reason they made a shitload of money in 2018 is because they made the deal with Saudi Arabia and Australia and all these other countries that'll pay WWE to bring their circus over to their land. And then, of course, Fox gave them that big TV deal because Fox is trying to get live entertainment onto their channel. But once they see the dying death that WWE is currently in, that state of affairs, Fox ain't going to give them another type of deal like that unless they change shit around drastically. So this is the last year that WWE is going to be making that mega money. Everything is dwindling right now. They have to know this. Change is inevitable. Whether WWE and Vince McMahon put their stubborn ways aside and do it up front, or whether Fox makes them. One way or the other, change has to come. And again, this all stems right back to the original point. The men. Do they have to main event TLC? Do they have to get the focus back on them? And while that's happening, the women continue to build their division. Well, my thought process on TLC doesn't really have anything to do with needing the men to main event or wanting the women to main event. My process of elimination here is what this is. Leads to one match main eventing. You have a lot of great matches for TLC. Ambrose and Rollins. You have TLC match Corbin and Strowman. You have a TLC match with Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Charlotte. Just a lot of good matches. But the match that I feel has to main event TLC is a pure wrestling match that needs the time of day. Let them go out there. Let them do what they're capable of doing. Let them go out there and give the psychology that is needed. Tell the story that is needed. And if that's the case, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles has to main event TLC for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. No question to me. This has nothing to do with it's the ladies' time. It's been their time all of 2018. This has everything to do with the focus does need to be put back on one of the heavyweight championships. I feel like they have been secondary afterthoughts this entire year. The Strawberry Belt, the Universal, and the World Heavyweight. They've been afterthoughts. And while it's cute and cuddly to say the females need to main event again, man, they need another fucking pay-per-view main event. Why? You're not going to sell me that Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Charlotte should be going over AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, two of the best wrestlers in the world. And if they go out there and put on a wrestling match, 25 to 30 minutes, up front, at least, if they give them the time of day and let them do what they're capable of and tell their story, what a fucking wrestling main event that is. We don't need a car crash like a TLC match, which the ladies and Corbin and Strowman are going to be in. We need a wrestling match after we digested and processes all of the car crashes from earlier in the night. There's going to be plenty of car crash during the night, guys. 2 TLC matches, a ladder match, a chairs match, a tables match. Up front, there's 5 car crash matches that I can think of off the top of my head. Let's end it with a wrestling match. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. For me, that's what I truly feel should be main eventing TLC. And how I would end it? I would have Daniel Bryan go over clean, right? You're not going to drop the title a few weeks after Daniel Bryan just won the title. I don't want hot potato. Daniel Bryan should win this match. Up front, no trickery, no cheatery, no low blows, no nothing. Daniel Bryan wins this fucking match. Clean. I don't even know, guys. Is this a fucking no DQ match? Or did they put a stipulation on this? Even if they did, I want this up front. Mostly, anyway, just a pure wrestling match. And I want Daniel Bryan to win this match as clean as possible. So that after the match, Styles is like, fuck, man. Even after all the bullshit Daniel Bryan has put him through, they're still looking at each other like, I want to respect you. And AJ Styles is like the bigger fucking man. Or maybe Daniel Bryan, right? Because Daniel Bryan put Styles through a lot of shit, so maybe Daniel Bryan extends his hand first. But I would love it if AJ Styles was the bigger man anyway and put his hand out. Like, fuck what we just went through. Fuck what you did to me. This was why I do this. What we just did tonight. I lost. I'll man up. But either way, no matter who instigates it, a handshake. And they actually shake hands, man. This new Daniel Bryan looks like he still has a soft spot. But no, he turns on Styles and he starts a beating that was more severe than anything that happened during the match. So after this pure wrestling match, you get this moment of maybe Daniel Bryan is still a cool, respectable dude. But no, he ends up beating the fuck, stomping the shit out of AJ Styles. I would love to see him even drag Styles up the rampway and throw him off the stage. So it actually ends in a car crash. But after a good, pure, long wrestling match. But I would love to see Daniel Bryan dominance really build up this new character of Daniel Bryan so that we can invest in him once again. I still fear there's a disconnect, and I think that's why he turned heel, because he also felt that disconnect when he came back as a wrestler. There wasn't that same magic that he had with the Yes Movement. So he had to go back to the drawing board and kind of recreate himself. And I think this is a defining moment for not just Daniel Bryan, the character, but for the company. This could really build a mega heel. Like NXT has in Tommaso Ciampa. I love that shit. WWE needs that type of villain. Daniel Bryan would be epic. And if done correctly in a year and a half, 2 years, we're going to want Daniel Bryan to be one of the biggest faces in this business. And it's going to be fucking organic and epic. But let him be a heel for the next year to 2 years, man. And it's going to be something awesome for this business. And we're going to want to boo the shit out of him because he's so dastardly. That's how I want TLC to go off the air, man. Because we're going to see a little bit of everything throughout the night. Let's end it with a pure wrestling match that ends with a kick-ass storytelling leading into a badass evolution of a character. That's how I want this all to unfold. We can check off so many boxes at the end of this night by just putting that match on last. But I know a lot of you guys might want Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Charlotte to end the night. Okay. I don't know what more you think you're going to see that we didn't see in Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair at Survivor Series. And that epic beatdown afterwards. And I don't know what you think you're going to see more than that that's going to go, wow, what a main event. That's the way this needs to go off the air. You know, you could tell me Becky Lynch is one of the hottest superstars right now, BC. She has to be in the main event. Well, she's not, guys. You'd be lying to yourself. Becky Lynch still has some momentum, but she doesn't get the pop anymore, or at least not the last several crowds. The momentum has died off severely. She's not white hot anymore. She's not. Don't fool yourself. And I like Becky Lynch, but she's not. WWE has to get creative, and Becky Lynch has to tell them when she doesn't feel comfortable with something and she wants to change something, because hopefully she can recapture that momentum. But she's not. Fans are going to be fickle between Charlotte and Asuka. They'll both be getting 50-50 cheers. Nobody will really know who the fuck to go with. I'm guessing there'll be more for Becky. I'm guessing, although a lot of people do want to see Asuka pick up the championship. I don't know, guys. You could put that on last. I'll enjoy it. You know me on this channel, guys. I'm all for the ladies. I just feel 2018 has all been about the fucking ladies. Everything has dipped in numbers. Let's just try to get the men back on track. When you have a pay-per-view match for the championship, and it's AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, two of the best in the world, let them main event, bro. Don't overanalyze this. Sometimes the most simplistic ways to go about things is just best. This thing is sitting there right in your lap. Go with it. We'll see. But whatever you guys feel you think should be the main event, hopefully it's the main event for you then. You know what I mean? That's all that matters, man. We all got our different ways to view this shit. But with a stacked card, that's the match I would like to see in the main event. My movie, Tyler's Day 30. Let's talk about that a little bit, man. A lot of you guys have been here since day one, and you guys know I'm filming a movie for you new subscribers or subscribers that have jumped on board within the last few months. I am directing my own movie. Yes, it's true. I've been an actor here in New York City for a while anyway. I do a lot of things. I'm able to make money being creative now, which is cool. And use my smarts and not just be a laborer and a grunt worker. However, I still make money grunt working too, man. I do a lot of different things to make ends meet. And I think that's one of the reasons I really respect guys like Brock Lesnar. Sure, they're millionaires, but they're not just sitting on their couch when they're not on Raw or on television. He's a farmer. Brock Lesnar is working 24/7 when he's at home. I love that. You can't take the grunt worker out of somebody. So even if I become a multi-millionaire, I'm still going to be a grunt worker. I'm still probably going to be looking for people that need a laborer for a day or two a week. I love working, and physical labor. But when it comes to creativity, I'm able to, be pretty successful here in New York by acting and just being creative and storytelling, and that's cool, And I've written many projects, I've acted in many projects, but making my own movie, this is a first for me, and I'm learning a lot of lessons, guys. It's not as quick as, hey, let's just film a movie, edit it, get a distribution plan, produce that shit, and pump it out. And I knew it was going to be hard, because not only am I starring in this movie, but I'm also, again, directing it. So I have to play two different roles. And then when it's done, those two hats come off, and then I play the editor and the producer and the distributor. So I'm doing all these things, guys. So that makes it even harder. So that's why this process has taken even longer than I thought, and it's even harder than I originally thought it was going to be. But the movie is Tyler's Day 30. I play Tyler, one of the main characters. And the movie is just a basis on somebody who he has anger management issues, so he has to go to anger management classes. Through probation and the powers that be, he needs to get a 30-day chip to show that he went 30 days and he remained anger-free. So Tyler makes it to the 30 days. That was something that he was able to do. And on the 30th day, he's documenting all this, by the way. He's documenting it. He's in front of the camera, showing everybody that he can do it. But on the 30th day, his plan is simple. I'm not even going to go outside until my meeting later that night where I retrieve my chip, my 30-day anger-free chip. Before I go to that meeting and get that chip, I'm not doing shit. I'm not leaving this fucking house. But that's when you insert his best friend, Traz, who's also in anger management, by the way. They're doing this thing together. But Traz has some personal issues he's going through on that day. And Tyler is like, fuck, man, you can't go outside. There's a curse. It's the curse of Hawkins. You'll know about that when you see the movie. Not Kurt Hawkins, don't worry. Or not Hawkins like in Stranger Things. But there is a curse of Hawkins. When you are going to get your chip, you should not be outside because bad things happen. It's a curse. And Tyler believes in this curse fully. But Traz, not so much. He just wants to... I can't give away the story, but he wants to rectify the wrongs that he has created on that day. And this sets off a chain of events that creates nothing but chaos and ludicrousy. And Tyler making it through that day and remaining anger-free, that is now in immense danger from the time he walks outside. That first step outside. The question is now, is Tyler even not only going to remain anger-free, is he even going to make it to his meeting that night? Because craziness ensues. That's the movie, man. And it's a fun little, independent, low to no fucking budget movie that I'm putting together. I'm putting a $10,000 budget on this movie, and hopefully we ain't even got to reach that. But it's not some $1 million movie that's going to be in all your fucking theaters, no. We're going to put this thing into the film festivals. We're going to hope that we can gain some traction, win some festivals, get some limited theatric release in some areas, maybe the bigger cities. And then we'll put it out on some service, some demand service. Maybe we can do business with Netflix or Amazon or something like that. Who knows what the distribution is going to be, Maybe the movie fucking bombs completely. Hopefully not, but maybe it does. And maybe it's straight to DVD. Maybe we could still get onto Netflix or Amazon. I don't know distribution yet. We'll cross that road when we get there. What I do know is I want to submit this to film festivals first. That's the first order of business. But before we can even think of that, guys, we have to film the entire movie. We still have huge chunks of this movie that still need to be filmed. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, BC, you started this thing a year and a half ago. What's the holdup? A lot of things. First, if you only knew the problems that have arose on set and not on set, just throughout the days, you guys, it would make your head spin, man. I knew this was going to be hard, this process, because not only am I in front of the camera, not only am I producing this, but I have to direct other actors. I knew it was going to be hard. I didn't know. There's no way I could have fathomed it would be this hard. So, and what makes it more difficult, think about this, guys. This movie, when you watch it, it's supposed to be all in one day. The truth is, we're filming this through several fucking days. We've already filmed 17 to 20 shoot days. Scenes here and there, or parts of scenes here and there. So then you have to worry about continuity. Continuity in the acting world, in the production world, means that everything has to look like it is the next moment. Everything has to look like it's that day, moment to moment. Not a different day. You're not wearing something different. Something isn't the different way. Your hat isn't crooked when in the previous scene it was, everything has to be in continuity, inconsistent. So that's hard to do when the viewer is watching an hour and a half movie and it's all in one day, but in real life, it took us 25, 30 days to shoot. And getting your actors to all be on the same page and getting what you need from them when you're on a limited to no budget. It's not like you're giving them a couple $100 to show up for rehearsals and then you just, you take your marks and we have all day to shoot. We're guerrilla shooting, it's called, guys. We don't have permits for a lot of this shit. We're showing up. We got one little fucking camera. We got maybe one fucking PA beside me. We're shooting this thing. We're getting the fuck out before the cops are called. So, that's what I mean. We're facing so many challenges. We've had some cast and crew challenges as well. Some, I don't know about tragic, but it's just not so good things happened with them. So production was halted a couple of times because certain scenes depended on them. I could keep going on and on, guys, with the issues that we've had, but I'm not going to bitch and complain about that because it's part of the process. I know that even though it's taking longer than I originally thought, and at this point even longer, the movie's going to get made, and it's going to be such a fucking awesome experience when I can just take a step back, take a seat, and think about what the fuck we created. The cast, the crew, and for the people that actually... I don't know if you guys remember that. If you're new subscribers, you don't. But I created a way where people could actually donate. Subscribers could actually donate a piece of the pie, if you will, and throw over a contribution to the movie. And you would get your name in the credits. And if you contributed $20, $50, whatever it was, you would get $100. You would get a different title. And the titles rose from PA to actual fucking executive producer, whatever the fuck it was, man. You guys are going to be in the credits. So that's why I really say we too. Some of my subscribers came together and helped out as well. Not that I needed the money. Trust me. I would make this movie with $0. That's how creative and how passionate I am. You guys know this by now on this channel. But this movie was going to be made with $0. But I thought it was going to be a cool way for my subscribers to contribute. I don't even like saying donate because I didn't need the money. It was just a contribution. And I was amazed at how many people came together and actually contributed and wanted to be a part of this movie and have their name up in the credits. It was so fucking cool, man. So even my subscribers came together. And I know, you guys know, on this channel, we don't take money. There's no Patreon. Patreon, whatever you call it. Never do I take a dime from you guys, man. Because I don't need it. I don't want your fucking money. I just don't. You guys want to tip the Amplified Man? You watch the ads that are put in here. When you see ads, if you want to watch the full 30 seconds or a minute, that's cool. That's tipping the Amplified Man. That's all you need to do. I don't need a Patreon or you to give me $5 a month. Fuck that shit. So I made sure that people knew when they contributed to the movie, I don't need it. It's not even a wanting thing. I don't need it or want it. If you want to contribute, fuck yeah, man. Then we will absolutely accept your contribution. And a lot of people did, and that was cool, man. So I'm going to enjoy, when this movie is done, putting all of those names in the credits because they were part of this process as well. Those subscribers that contributed. That was so cool, man. And all apologies to you guys. I know this has taken so long. How do you think I feel? Fucking A, man. I wanted this thing done this past summer. But it's supposed to take place in a summer day. Obviously now it's fall, winter now, right? Going into winter anyway. So now we have to film more scenes, the final scenes this spring. And hopefully I can pump this thing out, finish the filming in spring. Summertime, we can really get our editing and distribution plan in effect. I'm hoping this isn't... I don't want to jinx anything either, man. I'm hoping, honestly, that by the end of next summer, we're ready to pump this thing out somewhere and we get a film festival plan in the works. I really do. I know I shouldn't say, a time frame because there is so many issues and things that still need to be worked out, but I'm really hoping that by middle of next year, we have a distribution plan in effect. I really am, dude. We'll see. That's the plan anyway. But anything that could go wrong, man, not anything, but a lot of things, it went wrong. But it was a learning experience. And hopefully my next movie that I have planned, it's called the Hail Mary Project. That's going to be much bigger budgeted, guys. For that, I'm going to actually need investors. That's going to be a huge movie. But I would really love to direct that fully on my own. So this movie, it's much smaller in scale. This is going to set me up for what's bigger to come. So we'll see, man. But that's the info on Tyler's Day 30, guys. Yes, obviously we're still doing it. That, for hell or high water, that movie is being fully created and pumped out. That is one of my main focuses, guys, just because we can't film every day. Trust me, I'm always thinking, how can I make the scenes that we've already shot? How can we progress? How can we make things better? Our next shots, how are we going to make them epic? And how is it all going to come together? It's constantly on my mind. And hopefully this thing will be finished once and for all next year. That's what we're hoping for, man. For you new subscribers, that's what Tyler's Day 30 is. A lot of times you might see in the comments people talking about Tyler's Day 30 and how's it coming, BC. That's what they're talking about. It's a movie that I am personally directing, starring in, producing, distributing. Who knows, man? Maybe one day if you're not able to go to a film festival, if you're not in a city where it gets theatrical release, maybe it'll be up on Netflix one day. Who knows? But that's Tyler's Day 30, man. One of my baby projects. Let's go to I get this a lot. BC, why are you always screaming and yelling, man? To that, I would ask, why do you gotta ask dumb questions? But I'll be nice. Why am I screaming and yelling? The people that ask that, you must be newer to the channel. Maybe, I have no idea, because if you've been with me from day one, you know, this is who I am, guys. I'm amplified. This is how I live my fucking life. Can we be cool, calm, collected? Absolutely. But 99.99% of the time, we're talking pro wrestling on this channel. That is a passionate topic for yours truly. If I only have a limited time anyway, 20, 25, 30 minutes usually, sometimes I can make that 40, 50 minutes. If I do have the time, even when I don't have the time, sometimes I push it to 40, 50 minutes. But if I only have a limited time and I have to talk a lot of topics, well, you're going to get the best of me. You're going to get the amplification. I don't have time to sit here for an hour and a half, several times a week, and just talk wrestling with you guys. Like it's fun. I mean, this isn't my job, guys. Sure, we get a lot of extra good fucking money on this channel. This is a good revenue source, in the grand scheme of things. But I don't do this for just fucking money. You know what I mean? Like this is... Some people do this as a job. For some people, they literally stopped everything else and they said, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, you know? And I get good money on YouTube, so I'm gonna do this. I would never live my life like that. If YouTube one day just decided to switch every which way they do business and those people start losing revenue left and right, what are they gonna do? At that point, they'll be 40 fucking years old, no job, and now no YouTube revenue. How do you not have a backup? Like, what do you... That's not me, guys. I'm not going to sit here for an hour and a half and just try to collect as much money as I can. No, man. I'm here to talk pro wrestling, to dish out the truth and the facts. If it comes across as yelling and screaming, I promise you, not in my household. I'm a confrontational Italian. I grew up in a confrontational Italian household where screaming and yelling was the normal. That's talking to us. In our household, that was our normal talking. We screamed and we yelled at each other. So to me, this is normal. To you, I'm screaming. Sucks for you if you don't like screaming and yelling. If you fucking love the amplification, if you love the entertainment, I know that's probably why I gain a lot of subscribers too. It's entertaining as fuck, I'm guessing. But if that is you, then fucking, you're entertained. Are you not entertained? And if you think I'm screaming and yelling and you just, then fucking go elsewhere. Obviously you keep tuning in because you love the shit. But if you're just genuinely wondering why I'm screaming and yelling, just a confrontational Italian. That's how I grew up. You think that's fucking yelling? You should have saw the Ma Dukes and Daddy Dukes. Fucking A. The projects I fucking grew up in, a far ways away, there was a basketball court. In our apartment fucking little complex building was far away, I would say. Fucking a quarter mile, I would say, at least. And you could hear when it was time for dinner or whatever the fuck. You could hear BC screaming, man. You thought the Nia Jax squeal is bad? You could hear that fucking Italian Ma Dukes, Mama Amplified, screaming from a quarter mile away. You looked at your fucking buddy, I'm fucking out of here, man. I ain't dealing with that shit if I'm a minute late. So, hopefully that helps you out with why I'm screaming and yelling. This is talking for me. Tell you that much. But you guys know you love it. You're entertained at least, and that's cool, man. But I wouldn't change for nobody, man. We're talking pro wrestling. Ooh, we're fucking amplified, baby. The name. If you click and you subscribe on a name called BC Amplified, and you're like, why are you screaming and yelling? What the fuck am I? Then BC Cuddles. BC Nice Guy. BC Sweetheart. That's not the fucking name of BC Amplified. I wouldn't go up to somebody called the Boogeyman and say, why are you scary? What the fuck? How the fuck is... What? He's called the Boogeyman. Anyway, moving on. Should we end this on a wrestling, on a much more wrestling-based question? Let's do the Royal Rumble, man. I'm going to give you guys this one right now. This should have been for a future Q&A, but who do I feel should win the Royal Rumble? The men and the women. Right now, this could change. But right now, for the men, if I'm talking who should win this Rumble, man, because then you have to think long term, who's going into WrestleMania now? That's the big deal here, man. Who's going to go to WrestleMania? Who do you want to see in one of those main events? That's the biggest fucking issue that we have right now. Do you go with a tried and true wrestler like Seth Rollins? Or do you go with a monster or supposedly a monster like Braun Strowman? For that to happen, they really have to build him up again. They really have to make him something. But do you go with Braun Strowman? Is that a way to go? I say this is not going to be a popular opinion here. This is not going to be something that a lot of you are going to be on board with. I know how a lot of you feel about part-timers and taking away a spot and not making a younger superstar. But guys, it's bullshit because superstars have not been made in the last several years anyway. And if you believe the reports that we're hearing, I totally believe this is true. And we've dissed Ryback in the past. But I believe Ryback when he says he's personally heard Vince McMahon say that he does not want to ever create another superstar again. He wants everybody to be on the same level playing field so that there's no one person bigger than the company. I believe Ryback when he says Vince McMahon told him that. And that would explain why everybody is 50-50 booked and why they made Strowman a superstar but then pulled him right back. The Finn Balor's, the Seth Rollins, everybody. Aside from who they want to just make the noise like Roman Reigns. and John Cena before him. They don't want any one person to be bigger than the company. That's why everybody is 50-50 booked. And if that's the case, then who gives a fuck if a part-timer captivates us with another epic moment? Isn't that better than a subpar bullshit moment that's not going to lead to anything? So for me, it's not Braun, it's not Seth, it's not any fucking NXT surprise. This would be The Rock coming back, winning the Rumble, going to Mania, taking on fucking Brock. I don't care if a part-timer has the fucking title for... We already got Brock showing up once every 2 fucking months and showing up at every other pay-per-view. At least The Rock would show up a couple of Raws during the fucking couple months that he has the championship. I would have The Rock do the deed at SummerSlam, drop the championship, and then you help make and create a superstar. Or maybe Roman's back by SummerSlam and he defeats The Rock for that championship. But you tell me a Brock and a Rock match for the strap isn't more captivating than 2 motherfuckers that we hope will be superstars, but Vince will never make them superstars? That's what I would do, man. I've already tried it the other way, guys. For years, I've been waiting and hoping that we can create superstars, larger-than-life superstars. It doesn't happen. And then I get fucking or at least excited when the old-timers, the part-timers come back and at least they give us cool moments. And a lot of you guys are like, yeah, but they're taken away from what could be stars. You're fooling yourself. Vince isn't making them. He's even told the talent like Ryback he doesn't want to make them anymore. Because he doesn't want people to be larger than the company. So fuck, if that's the case, I'll take fucking The Rock and Brock. And then The Rock and Roman afterwards. That's how I would set that shit up. Give The Rock one last run in WWE, because you know this is it. He's already in his mid to late 40s. At this point, he's just going to be putting his body through fucking hellacious bullshit if he keeps wrestling every now and again like Triple H. This would be it. One last run for The Rock. You wouldn't be okay with that? You're not on board with one last goodbye tour for The Rock? Start it at Royal Rumble, man. That's what I would have. For the women, my personal, obviously, would be Sasha Banks. Fuck tag team titles. Sasha Banks winning, starting 2019 off the best way possible when she just had a tragic career-wise year in 2018. That's not who I'm going with, guys. That's my personal pick. Obviously, she's already tied down in a tag team division, or soon to be, for the tag titles, soon to be for the women. So obviously they're not going to let Sasha win this thing. But for the women, let's create a star then. You don't like the fact that I would go with The Rock because he's a part-timer. You want to build a star. So I'll go with you on the women. How about Ember fucking Moon winning the Royal Rumble after the bullshit year that she, just like Sasha, has had in 2018? No significant matches in 2018, the whole year. No significant feuds, no significant stories. You're telling me that's not a crime? The way Ember Moon has been treated since April, the day after WrestleMania last year, or this year. It's almost going to be last year, right? A few weeks away from the new year. You're telling me her booking has not been tragic and criminal. You want to build a star, right? There you go. Ember Moon shocks the fucking world. Wins the Rumble, and then she's going to WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck who the fucking champion is. Because you guys know, I'm not on board with Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch holding this feud off for another 5 fucking months to try to get to WrestleMania, where somebody like me is probably no longer gonna give a fuck. You know how I know? Because right now I no longer give a fuck. That should have been at Survivor Series. Through a series of tragic events, it no longer is. I still want to see Ronda and Becky. Sure, maybe think of a way to do it at Royal Rumble. You can cross-brand this. They could just come out and say, this was a match we promoted. It was never able to be. We're going to give you guys this cross-promotional match at the Rumble. Champ versus champ. Whatever the fuck you need to do. Even if a belt isn't on the line. Becky and Ronda, I'll watch it someday. But I don't need to see that at Mania. But we can follow storyline if you want. You can have Becky drop it here. Becky Lynch wins the Rumble. And we can try to use that moment to try to get her white hot again. So Becky Lynch winning, I don't know if it's going to capture what you want it to capture and get her white hot momentum back. But it could be a cool moment. But I would do that, help create a superstar type moment that you guys want me to do with the men. No, I would have The Rock there, but I would have Ember Moon winning that son of a bitch. And let's do something cool with the ladies that you forgot about and put into obscurity in 2018. Let's do something cool with Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Naomi in 2019. That's just what the Amplified Man would do. Thank you guys for joining me. This went almost, if not an hour, am I correct? So that's pretty fucking badass, or at least headed toward a fucking... I know we went well beyond a half an hour. I don't have any fucking timer or anything, guys. I didn't time myself. But I know we're well past a half an hour leading up to an hour, so... That's pretty cool, man. I love these videos where I could just shoot the shit. I don't have to follow a forum or just follow a review type format. I could just fucking shoot the shit about anything. We started off talking about TLC, the music group, and ended up at the Royal Rumble. I love these videos, man, these Q&As. Hopefully I can do more in the future. Much love and respect to all my Amplified unit. Past, present, my new subscribers, and future subscribers if you're seeing this video at a later date. Thank you all, man. What a fucking month it has been on this channel. The growth is amazing. We've been getting more amplified than ever before. And we're just going to keep rocking it out, man. We're going to double fist some Starbucks now as we head into the weekend. I hope you guys kick this weekend's ass. Hopefully I'll have another impromptu video later this weekend to go along with my amplified preview for TLC. Look out for that later this weekend, guys. I'm going to go over the whole entire TLC card match by match and give you guys my personal thoughts, opinions, and focus and analyze that shit to no end. Double fist some Starbucks coffee right now. We're going to whip some ass, and I will see you guys later this weekend. For now, your boy is out. Check you.